This will be a quick practice, but something you could do at your lunch break, not get overly sweaty at the end of the day before you transition from work to kids or activities or happy hours, whatever. But you can also just do this in the morning. So hopefully it provides you a little bit of stress relief, or if you're anxious, hopefully this will help kind of ground you and just get some energy moving. Okay, I always have blocks, so that's an option for you. And we're going to start in child's pose. So big toes touch, knees nice and wide, and then sit your hips back. Of course, you can be up here with forearms crossed and head down. But if you have the range of motion this morning to bring the sits bones all the way back, go ahead and do that, and then just rest your forehead down. And you can have your head go a little side to side. Relax your jaw. And then just let your belly hang between the thighs. And feel the texture of your mat underneath your finger pads. And set an intention for your practice. Could just be one word. Nothing profound, just maybe it's patience, humility, compassion. Just make it a positive word, and something that you can carry with you off of your mat today. You can keep your eyes closed. You'll just sweep the left arm underneath the chest, and your palm can face up. And then you could either keep your forehead down here, or you might twist a little bit more with the left arm reaching long to the right, fingertips down on the mat. You could tent them so the palm lifts. And then you turn your right elbow down. So either left ear to the mat or forehead. And then left arm reaches forward and right arm sweeps under. Right ear can be down or forehead. Left elbow is lifted, and you can turn it down. Tent the finger or root down through the finger pads, lift the palm. Couple of rounds of breath. Good. And then the right arm reaches forward. And then come on up to tabletop, hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then take an inhale. Lift the tail. Slide the scapula down your back. Take your gaze up. And then exhale, press the earth away around your spine. Let your head hang. Inhale, lift tail. Lift gaze, slide the scapula down. And then exhale, press the earth away, let the spine round and the head hang. Good, come back to tabletop. And exhale the breath. One more inhale. Keep the toes tucked. Exhale, sits bones go back. Inhale, you're going to come all the way forward. You could have the round spine, come down to cobra. You can take the legs wide, toes tucked, lift the chest. And then exhale, you'll make your way back to child's pose with toes tucked. And then inhale around the spine. Come all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes, cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come down. Tuck toes, keep knees down, press back to this, just kind of like a different type of child's pose. And then around the spine, come up, all the way forward and down. Untuck the toes, cobra, inhale. Exhale, come down. This time, tuck the toes, press up to plank. And then downward facing dog. And you can pedal the feet here. Shake the head no. Nod, yes. Lift the heels on the inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look ahead, and then slowly walk your way up all the way to a forward fold. And this is where you might have a block. Let your head hang. And then right down through the big toe mound. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, palms touch, hands in front of the heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold. Walk your hands forward, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, root the hands down, step back, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, toes point down. Exhale, bend the knee that's up in the air. And then inhale, open the knee to the sky. You can take some circles with the foot here. And then inhale, lift your right leg up and set the foot back down. Left leg lifts, big breath in, toes down. Bend the upper knee, exhale. Inhale, left knee lifts, and then take some circles with the top foot. Inhale, left leg lifts up and step the left foot down. Take a big breath in and exhale. On an inhale, step your right foot forward and take your back heel down. Front heel lining up with the arch of your back foot. And then left hand, left hip, roll the left shoulder blade toward the spine. Maybe come up here to your side angle with the forearm resting on the thigh. Or you could bring the fingertips all the way down, inside or outside the front foot. Left arm reaches up. Couple rounds of breath, open the left side chest. And if the left shoulder's creeping up toward your left ear, slide that left shoulder down. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, take the left hand down, lift your back heel, and step back, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, notice the difference between the legs. And then on the inhale, step your left foot forward, back heel down. So front heel lining up with that arch of the back foot. Right hand, right hip. Roll the right shoulder back behind you. Maybe the left forearm comes up on the thigh. Or the left hand stays down inside or outside the front foot. You could also have your block here. Right arm can reach up. Open the chest. Carve your left sits bone. Or actually your left sits bone, you want to point that toward the tailbone. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, take your right hand down. Lift your back heel, step to down dog. Couple of rounds of breath. Next inhale, step your right foot forward, back heel down, so same stance as the previous pose. And then left hand, left hip. Take this left thigh and press it back a little bit, and then scoop the right sits bone underneath the right hip. Left arm reaches up, so we start at the same pose, a side angle, and then from here, straighten the right leg. You might take a block here. Right hand in front or behind the front foot. Left arm reaches up, and then press down into the big toe mounds of both feet. Spread the fingertips wide. Good. Left hand comes down, back heel lifts, step back, down dog. And just notice the difference there. Hopefully you feel a bit of a stretch on the back of the right leg. And then your next inhale, step your left foot forward, maybe mini steps. Front heel lines up with back arch, left hand comes down on the mat. Right hand, right hip, roll that right shoulder back. Right arm reaches up, and then squeeze that top shoulder blade toward the spine. Straighten the front leg. And press down into the big toe mounds of both feet. And then the right hand comes down, back heel lifts, step to down dog. Right knee, right wrist, pigeon. So your left leg is going to slide back, and you can walk your hands back toward the hips. This right knee, you open as much as you can. Keep the ankle pointed here and the back toes tucked. This will help square the pelvis forward. And then keeping the hips lifted just a touch. Look at your belly so that the belly kind of draws back toward the spine more and makes the low back a little bit more broad. So you get that crunchiness or compression out of the back. And then come down to the forearms, or hands can be on a block. And bring the forehead down to your mat or a block. 3 rounds of breath. Good, and then place the hands down. Lift the heart. Lift your back knee, press into the foot, and then round the spine and bring your right foot to down dog. Left knee, left wrist. Walk your right foot back. Open the left knee as much as you can. And then you're pointing the foot and tucking the toes on that back foot. Come down. Root back down into the hands. Lift your back knee and then come into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Maybe knees come down. Tuck your tail a little bit so the core engages and come all the way down to the belly. We're going to end in crocodile. So legs nice and wide, toes are pointed. You can stack the hands and bring your forehead down. And then just let everything be heavy on the mat. As you inhale, press the belly into the mat. And as you exhale, draw the belly to the spine. Inhale, press the belly down. Exhale, lift the belly. Relax the glutes. And then just take 5 more rounds of breath here on your own. If it's comfortable for you, you can close the eyes. Big breath in. Exhale out. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows in and then come all the way up. Knees wide, big toes touch, elbows come down, forehead down. Child's pose. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. And see if you can just carry that with you. Rest of your day or evening. Walk your hands back toward the thighs. Draw the knees in, the spine nice and tall, gaze soft or eyelids closed. Just notice how you feel right now. Hold your palms together in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.